We continue our reading of Lest We Forget, a daily devotional by author George R. Knight. Today's reading, June 27, In Search of Proper Education, Part 2. And these words which I command you this day shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently to your children. Deuteronomy 6:6 and 7. The first 28 years of Ellen White's prophetic ministry produced no articles on schooling or formal education, although she had written on home education and the responsibility of parents as early as 1854. But that would radically change in 1872, when Bell's private school became the first denomination-sponsored educational institution. For it, she wrote, proper education, one of her most important and comprehensive statements on education. Proper education has been influential among Adventist educators because they have correctly perceived it as a mandate concerning the ideal nature of Christian education. It left no doubt that Adventists were to be educational reformers. Fundamentals of Education, page 44. Part of that reform ideal involved moving beyond an overemphasis on books and toward a balanced education that emphasized the physical, mental, moral, and religious education of children. Page 15. The concept of a balanced education that treated the whole person would become a hallmark of Ellen White's writings on education during the next 40 years. Proper education, quote unquote, falls into three basic sections. The first part sets forth true education as the development of self-control. Whereas people may train animals, human beings are to be educated as individuals to make responsible moral decisions. Thus, we must enlist their will on the side of right. The second section, comprising 25 pages of the 31-page document, treats physical health and useful manual labor in relation to education within both the home and school. She stressed practicality, usefulness, and the physical aspects of education again and again. It was in this section that she highlighted the fact that Adventists are educational reformers. The third segment briefly discussed the teaching of the Bible and the common branches of knowledge for those preparing for the ministry. She had no doubt about the importance of education. After all, ignorance will not increase the humility or spirituality of Christians, and Christ can be best glorified by those who serve him intelligently. The great object of education is to enable us to use the powers which God has given us in such a manner as will best represent the religion of the Bible and promote the glory of God. Page 45. This concludes our reading today of Lest We Forget.